Hello YouTube. So the nights are drawing in, it's getting dark earlier, the clocks go back as we all know at the end of this month, so I guess most of us will find ourselves outside in the dark at some point. So I thought to do a quick video on basic night navigation for us in the northern hemisphere, using the stars as a compass basically. So rather than trying to demonstrate in the pitch black, what I've done is I've printed off a couple of sheets, really simple, identifying some basic constellations, star patterns. So these are all hopefully pretty familiar to most of you out there. So we've got the most famous one, I guess, is the Big Dipper, Ursa Major, which is the Big Bear, or the saucepan, or whatever it's commonly known as, which you normally see throughout the year depending on the time of year. We've got Cassiopeia, which is like a W shaped constellation, and Orion the Hunter, which is most predominantly seen in the winter time. Now if you've spotted Ursa Major in the night sky, the Plough, the Big Bear, and you line up the two stars that form the end of the bowl, draw a straight line through them, you'll come to a bright star called Polaris. That's the North Star. The same with Cassiopeia. If you go to the second star in the W of Cassiopeia and project out, you'll arrive at the same point. Orion, if it's visible in the night sky, this time of year it's low on the horizon. As the winter progresses it will rise. The famous three stars that form the belt of Orion, if you draw a straight line through the centre of the belt directly up, you'll also arrive at Polaris, which is again the North Star. So once you've identified Polaris, if you walk towards Polaris, you will be walking in, near as damn it, a true north direction. So obviously, having said that, if you turn your back to Polaris, you're walking south. Now the other point to remember is Orion, again predominantly most visible in the late autumn and winter. Orion is a constellation that early in the evening will rise from the east, and it will lean in that direction. As the night progresses, it will take an arc across the sky, bringing it vertical, and then very late in the night it will go the opposite direction, setting towards the west. So if Orion is presented to you in that position, vertical, again you're travelling pretty much due north. If Orion is on the horizon slanted to the left, then that is rising in the east. If Orion is low on the horizon slanting to the right, then you're travelling west, south, southwest. Depending on the time of year it does vary, but it's a loose directional indicator. Sticking back to the basics, if you can identify Polaris, the North Star, from that position you walk directly towards it, it then becomes very easy to determine north and then obviously west and east. So a little tip for nighttime navigation: obviously it's not accurate to degrees, but it will give you a rough indicator if you're in the woods or somewhere where you've got no fixed bearings, where you could end up walking around endlessly. At least you have got a reference point. Once you've located that star and walk constantly towards it, you will always be facing north. Anyway, a little navigation tip for you from the Mad Dog. Signing off for now. I've got lots more videos planned. Again, simple, daft little things like this that if you don't know, they'll be useful. If you do know, I apologise for the redundancy, but anyway, as always, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.